Hello everyone, Joe here from Draft FPL and welcome to a weekly series helping you find some good value free agents and waiver pickups in Draft FPL. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs before the World Cup, so if you haven't subbed yet, then help us reach that by hitting the button. I think we're just over 100 away, so hopefully we can get there. Like the video if you enjoy these, and let's get stuck straight into the picks. Okay, so my first pick this week is Bella Kotchap of Southampton. He's come into the side this season playing alongside Salisu and looks like a really accomplished defender. Saints' defence in general has actually, despite the fact they've kept no clean sheets yet, has actually been really solid. They've not conceded too many chances. I think they've been a little bit unlucky so far. And I could see a couple of clean sheets in this next little run of fixtures. Everton at home in game week 9, West Ham at home in game week 11 look like prime candidates. Bella Kotchap specifically is available in 96% of leagues, so he's almost certainly going to be available in your league. It's only game week 10 City away that you want to try and bench him, but that's not too bad. Just one fixture that doesn't look so good. So I think he's kind of a no, there's no real downside to him. I think it's just well worth a pickup. The second defender this week is Tarkowski of Everton. Not such good fixtures for him after game week 9. Saints away. As I said, Saints defence is pretty good, but their attack has been really poor. It's probably bottom 4 attacks in the league at the moment. So I really do think this is going to be a very low scoring game. I may be proved wrong by that, but it would not surprise me at all to see a 0-0 at St Mary's this weekend. So I think an Everton defender is a decent shout as well. Tarkowski absolutely nailed on. Good attacking wise from set pieces, and he's available in 79% of leagues. Obviously the fixtures get really tough after that, so you might want to swap him out after game week 9, but for this week specifically I think he's a good pick. Next up we have Kufal of West Ham. I think I plugged him a few weeks ago. They've not done much since then, but the fixtures are still really good for the next 3. Available still in 66% of leagues, so you've got a decent chance. Wolves at home, Fulham at home, Saints away is pretty good. It doesn't get too much better than that, to be honest. And then obviously game week 12 they go to Anfield, so you might want to drop him for that. But Kufal does have a bit of attacking threat in that right back role. I think it's almost certainly going to be him that starts there. I don't see anyone else taking his place, so you can kind of count on that. West Ham have been pretty tight. They've been very boring so far, to be honest. So I think a defender's probably a pretty safe play. On to midfielders then, and I've gone for 4 mids this week. All 4 are reasonably likely to be available in your league. Ramsey available in 87% of leagues. It's Leeds away, Forest away, then Chelsea at home, and then Fulham away. So 3 away games out of the next 4, and the home game isn't great, which, on paper doesn't sound like a great run of fixtures for Villa, and I think defensively they might struggle to keep clean sheets in these 4, but I do think the 3 away games are all great for goals. You might see that Leeds, Forest and Fulham, when they're playing at home, might open up a bit more, and I do think these games could be quite open, and Ramsey's the kind of player that can exploit that, running into space. He's had a really good month. I think he was nominated for Premier League Player of the Month last month, so he looks like he's definitely going to start, and I think he's a decent shout for a couple of attacking returns in these 3 decent away games. Next up, we've got Ryan Fraser, available in 97% of leagues. This one, there is a chance he doesn't play. It all kind of rests on the fitness of Alan St-Maximin. He looks like they currently rate it as 50%. I think it's probably slightly less than that, especially from the start of the game. It wouldn't surprise me too much to see ASM start on the bench and then maybe get subbed on, but it doesn't look like they want to take any risks with him because they need him fit for the season. So I think Fraser gets the start this weekend. Fulham away, as I said earlier, when Fulham play at home, they tend to be a little bit more open, a little bit more attacking. So I fancy Newcastle to get a goal or 2 this weekend. And if Fraser's playing that front 3, he's got as good a chance of anyone as getting involved. So available in 97% of leagues, looks like an absolute bargain. And if Alan St-Maximin's fitness does continue to be a struggle, then Brentford at home is a great fixture in game week 10 as well next week. So you can play it by ear for that one. Next up, we've got Wissa of Brentford. Bournemouth away this week is an absolutely fantastic fixture. I think this game is going to be full of goals, to be honest. Wissa obviously hasn't been starting consistently so far. He's kind of battling for the place with Lewis Potter. Lewis Potter did pull out of the international break with an injury. I don't know if that's just an international break injury or if he is actually struggling. I think the play with this one is to wait and see. Obviously, I'm recording this before the press conferences, so we might get a little bit out of Thomas Frank to see if Wissa's going to get the start. But if he does, he's actually been quite... he's been, for the minutes he's played, he's done quite well so far this season. So if he does start, I do think he's got a decent chance of getting something at Bournemouth. The final midfielder then this week is in that same game, Tavernier. I've kind of dabbled with him a few times in the past. He's available in 99% of leagues. So if you're in a big league and you're really struggling for someone in the midfield, if you've got some injuries after the international break, I think this could be a really strong pickup. He's not got the attacking returns yet, but he is very involved. Bournemouth in general have just been struggling for goals so far, but I think these next 4 fixtures are absolutely perfect to kind of break that duck and get some goals. So Brentford at home in 9, Leicester at home in 10, and Fulham away in 11 specifically. Those 3 games are probably, almost about as good as it gets. So if you're going to pick up a Bournemouth player at any point in the season, this is definitely the spell to do it. Game week 12, Saints at home is a good fixture as well. It's not quite as good because Saints defence is a little bit better than the rest of them, but still a very playable fixture. So I think it's a bit of a punt. Obviously he's not got anything yet, but I do think now is the kind of time to take these punts. And I think a player like Tavernier could be someone that makes the most of this spell. Finally then, just one forward this week, and that man is Patson Daka. I pumped him up a few weeks ago and I said now's the time to get him because he's going to slowly become less and less available as the new fixtures come around. He has started both games since I said it looks like he's going to start. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't continue to start. Obviously, Leicester have been shocking defensively, but attacking they've been pretty good. Daka had a decent performance against Spurs when he got subbed off in the 75th minute. So I do think he'll continue to start. And these 4 fixtures are unbelievable. Forest at home is fantastic. Bournemouth away is really good. Palace at home is a little bit trickier. And then Leeds at home in 12 is brilliant as well. So if there's any point in the season you want Patson Daka, it's right now. So if he's available in your league, 62%, I think he's a very, very good pickup. I would expect that number to absolutely tumble down this week. I expect him to be well below 50%, probably closer to 40% available after this week, after this set of waivers even. So yeah, definitely get on him now while you still can. Okay then everyone, they are my waiver picks for game week 9. If you enjoyed, as I said at the start, please do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you're interested, we do have a Discord server that's run through our Patreon channel. You can sign up to that, the link's in the description down below. We would very much appreciate that to help support the channel. Thanks for watching and we will see you next time.